Okay, let's go to see why we are getting this error. So it's showing in the file auth email login.js. So maybe I'm using alert, but I haven't called the alert here. So let's add the alert here. Okay, so this is my login screen. Let's sign out and first go to registration. So as soon as I fill this detail and if I submit it, I should submit it into the Firebase. So yeah, email, password. Let's go to registration one. We have email, password, and confirm password. When we submit the form, we first check if all fields are there, and then we see the form. Let's do this one. So I see the form with password, email, and password and confirm password. So now I have to take this details and I have to submit it into the Firebase. Yeah. So let's do that now. Let me open one of the file which I did already in one of the project. Okay. So one of the function in the Firebase is create user with email and password. So we will use that function. So let's go to Firebase and see what is that function is. And I tried to chat also with Tony. Tony created the burrito, so I said just is available to see how it works. And I found few more issues. I'll discuss this some other time. So let's see the documentation to do the sign in with email and password in the Firebase. I'll go to the docs, go to let's go to the authentication and we have to go with the password authentication. So here it's the thing create user with email and password and we have to pass email and password. And if something is wrong, we will get this catch error catch. So let's try to do this one. I'll go to my auth.js or authAction.js and here I'm calling email login. So let's try to put here something when we have email login and I will pass in this function additional parameter. So in the additional parameter, I will pass my username and email and password. So let's try to do console.log of additional params and I'll return it. Okay, right now I'll return it. So right now if I return it like this, it will give error, but it's okay. Let me see what parameter I'm getting here. And I will create one email login, action email login. It will take two parameters, email and password. And then I send this email and password to the Firebase login. So I will create an object which will take this email and password. So now I can type like this email as a key and value as a email. I can type password as a key and value as a password. So this is a key. hard-coded letters, and this is the value which is coming in here in the email and password. Can I instead write like this, only email and only password? Is it valid or not valid? What will happen if I type like this? What will happen? Whether it will go as a array, or what will happen if I create object like this? Okay, so it answer is, if I create object like this, or if I type like this, both will go in the same way. So in old way, in ES5 version of JavaScript, this was the right way to create an object. But in ES6, if key and value both are same, here also key and value both are same, then I can write it like this. So it will go as an email as a key, and value will be email. And here also password is a key, value also password. So in ES5 version, we would have done like this: key value. But in ES6 version, I can write this, and it has the same meaning as a key and value is same, email and password. So I will pass this as a object here in the Firebase login, and here this one I will call in the registration as a action. So let's import this action. Import action email login from auth action.js, and I have to build Redux here also. I will build a Redux part here. And I will delete all the function. I will keep only one function, that is the email. And I will name it as f email. And here I will call action email login. And I will pass email and password here, because in auth action I created like email and password. And here I will also pass email. So here also I have to pass the email and password. I'll pass email and password. We go here, and it will go to action email login. The email and password should be passed here or here. So on submit, this is a submit form. I call. Okay, I don't need E here, because E is only used if I call directly this function, but I'm not calling this function directly. So I don't need E event here. And here, when the form is submitted, I will call this function, this.props.f email, and I will pass email and password. So email is this one, and password is this one. So once I pass here, we will go here now section, and we will go to the Firebase login. And in the Firebase login, we are here, and we will see what is additional params coming. Let's try now. Okay, I will create an email. We'll put password 1, 2, and though I'm getting error, but I'm not concerned with the error right now, because I'm looking only in the additional params. I'm getting email and password properly. So now let's try to call the Firebase part. So I cannot use this part because this is going to the sign in with pop-up. I have to call this one, create user one. So let's copy this part and let's put it here. So when we have error, we go inside this one and I will do console.log of error. When we don't have an error, we can use .then function, and .then will be an arrow function. And let's say some data is coming, and I will try to see what data is coming here. Console.log data is data. And here also I will make it as an arrow function. This will go to the create the username, and if everything is successful, it will go here. And if error is there, it will go here, and we return it after that one. Okay, so regarding the auth part, I don't have this part. Auth part we have to call like this. It's Firebase app.auth, not the Firebase.auth. So I will use Firebase app.auth dot create user with email and password, and let's name it as a user. Let's see now how it goes. Email and password is not different. So email and password comes inside the additional params. So I can say additional params dot email and additional params dot password. Okay, now let's try. Okay, let's try what happens. So here is the error code coming from the Firebase, and it's saying weak password. So I cannot put single letter password. I get this error. So once I get this error, we should be using this as an error. So what we have to do, we have to put this code inside the promise. So let's create the return. So in the email login, I will say return as an object, and first will be the type, and type will be nothing but the type, that is the email login. We are already getting type here, so type will be the type, and payload will be nothing but new promise, and inside promise I will create an arrow function. Promise should take two parameters. One is called resolve. If everything is fine, we will use the resolve, and if there is error, we will use reject. So inside this part, I will say, I will copy and paste this one inside it. And I don't need this part. And here, if everything is fine, I will say resolve user. And if everything is not right, I will say reject error. So this is how I distinguish between two. So if we get everything correct, I will go to this part. And if I get error, I will go to this part. And this is only for email login. Otherwise, we will go inside here. Let's try again. I will put wrong small password to see the error. So it's saying email login rejected. Okay, so it's saying email login rejected. And what we are getting this message there. Okay, so error provided does not contain stack trace. Okay, so now I will copy this email rejected. I will copy this and create an auth reducer state, one of the state we have to create. I will create the state of this one, email rejected. So once email is rejected, I will make the state all null, and I will also create one parameter called as error. Initially it will be null, but here I will give some value to the error. So error will be nothing but we are getting payload of the message. So error will be action dot payload dot message. This is the one I will be using for the email rejected. There will be one more coming. If everything is successful, then I will be getting one more state that is called fulfilled. So here I will not get error, and I'm not sure what will come. So let's do the console.log of action is action. Let's see what is coming. Let's try now again. Let's do small password first. So we are getting the auth reducer. We are getting error. Error is password should be at least 6 characters. Let's try to put 6 characters. So once I put correct characters, it's going to email fulfilled, and we are getting action. In the action, we are getting type and payload is coming as a complete state. So we are getting payload with lot of all the details. That is the email with which we are logging in, UID, and we are also getting provider data with 0. We are getting email, we are getting provider ID, we are getting UID. So we are also getting display name, but in this API, if you see this API, this does not give me anywhere I should be able to update the display name. And I'm not sure how to update the display name. I need to go through the documentation to see if there is it possible to update the display name or not. So right now I'll not fill the display name, but I will see how to fill this display name photo URL. Maybe tomorrow we will discuss this part, how to do update this one. But at least we get email, UID, provider ID, and UID. So we're getting these details which we will update in our database. And we are also getting email verified is false. That means user has not verified. So we should also send the email to them that please verify the email. So we will see how to do that part. So right now let's try to update the information here. So I will say, so I'm getting inside the payload, I'm getting all this information. So email will be action dot payload dot. Inside payload we have the provider data, and in that I will have 0. Inside 0 I will be having email. So dot email. So this will be the email. Let's copy and paste everything. So for the display name, I will get the display name. For the photo URL, I'll get the photo URL. Provider ID, I will take the provider ID. Profile UID is this one, and UID is nothing but this one. So it will be inside the payload. Sorry, not this one. Yeah. So I'm filling all the details and I'm updating all the details here. Okay, let's see now. I'm getting email fulfilled and I'm updating the email with this one A2 profile UID, provider ID in email. So I'm able to update the details here in this part. At least we are able to update the details here. Now we have to send the verification email because we see that email verified is false. I remember Tony gave me one of the code to send the email and I found one more code. Let's see if that code works. So email verified is showing as a false. So here I will say here, or I can put it in the action also in here. So here I can say if user dot email verified is equal to false, I will say console.log email is not verified, and I will try to send the email. And to send the email, someone has commented in the Google. They have not clear documentation on this, but I found something from one of the place. Let's say user dot send email verification dot then, and inside then I will have arrow function. And let's see what is coming inside the arrow function. I can say console.log email verification sent to user. Okay, let's see if this part works for the email verification. So let's try now A3. Let me open my email also. One second, let me open this one. Okay, so let's try to send this one. And then so here I'm saying email is not verified and email is verification sent to the user. And let's see if I'm getting the email. So this data is coming undefined. That means no data is passed from the Firebase when they send the email. So user, we are getting the user and we are getting this information. Now let's see whether email has been sent. I did not receive the email yet. Let's try to see some other email. I put email which does not exist actually. So let's try to create another one, real one. will create submit. So email verification sent. Okay, I got this one email. So this is the email I got from the Firebase. Hello, verify your email for project 100. Follow this link to verify that. If didn't ask verify, you can ignore this email. So I will click this and your email has been verified. So we got the email also for verification. So right now you will do this all coding and then we will see more details. Let's see, email is not verified. I'm removing all the console.log. Okay, so now, but when we get error, we update the error here in the action. In the reducer, we update the error with the error which is coming. And so here we may get that error here. So when error is there, we might get that error in the auth reducer. So I can also say if this state or dot error show this state dot error, I can also write another one, and that one will be if this dot props dot auth reducer dot error. So if we have that error also, we will show the alert box. And we will show this error box. So if either we are getting the validation error, we show this here, or if we get something from the return error, we put it here. So let's see now if we are getting error from the Firebase, how it looks. Let's put a3@mkgalaxy.com. I'll put short password and I'll commit it. So we are getting the error. Password length should be 6 characters. If I remove the error, this error, that is password should be no password. We are not sending the confirm password to that one. So okay. So this one is error only which we get it. Or maybe we can send email with we can send email to the Firebase without email really. Let's say some value. Let's see what error we are getting. The email address is badly formatted. So this one is wrong formatted. We are getting the error from the Firebase. So let's see a3@mkgalaxy.com. The email ID already in use. So because I did it few minutes back with A3, I'm getting this error. Now once everything is correct, I get email login fulfilled. But we should redirect user to some other page once we get correct information. So maybe it's already logged in because we already logged in. So maybe we can send the user to the home page. So let's send the user to the home page. So how to redirect it to the home page? So I generally put one code here. That code is this.props.h3.push contact. So let's use this code and see. So once we get everything successful, we have to redirect user to some different page. So I get this information. I get the email login. I cannot use this one right now. I cannot use this one. So what if we create one more variable called as process completed? Initially it will be null. So when we have error, we will say process completed equal to null or false. Here also we will say false. And when we have email fulfilled, we will say process completed equal to true. That means process is completed. You can redirect to another page. And here in the registration page, in the render part, I will say if this dot props dot auth reducer dot process completed, that is, if it is true, I will do something here. So here I will try a couple of things whether I'm able to redirect to another page. So one of the thing I can try is this one. Let's see if this works, because this sometimes does not work in the render part. Let's use this one and see if it works. The process completed, I want to redirect it to slash, that is the home page. a5@mkgalaxy.com. Process is completed and I get error because this one I said that we get error sometimes because this one does not work. So let's not use this one. Okay, let's say return null. Let's try one more time. a6@mkgalaxy.com. Okay, now you will see this error is coming because we have put the code inside this part. So let's not put this one because this one is always giving this kind of error. Though it will work, this is a warning, but I don't like to see this warning. So let's try to use this method. So I have to import the render redirect in my page, and then I have to use this redirect like this. Let's try that one. So instead of return null, I will return this redirect part, redirect to slash, and we will push true. So let's see if this one goes fine. So now I will say a7@mkgalaxy.com. Now I'm able to redirect to main home page and I'm not getting any error also. So this is one way when we want to redirect on the render part. So that's it for today. You just copy paste whatever I did, and then we will move tomorrow to auth email login, and I will also see how to update the display name. Right now I'm only taking email and password, so that's why the user is logged in, but I don't see the display name. And I have to see whether their API support that or what is the solution for that one. So you already did this function till here. First, let's add the bottom this part in the auth email register. Put this redux part. Then in the top, try to import few things. Just to use this import in the top of the auth email register. Okay. Now in the submit form, you already have everything in the top. Just add this part in the bottom of the submit one. Okay. Now in the render, first line of the code, you add this one after render. Okay. Now you already have this error part in the render. Add one more error for when we get something back from the Firebase. Yeah, 1 second. Okay, now you already have this form and all done. So let's go to the auth reducer. In the auth reducer, you have everything till provider ID. Just add these two variables in the auth reducer. Okay. Now add this part, couple of switch statement in the auth reducer. Okay. Let's go to the auth action. Add, you have the email login case statement. Add this part in the email login. Next, I don't see any change. Yeah, that's it for now. So that's it for now. Let's see tomorrow the login part. Any questions?